I'm Becca. We're just hanging out in the kitchen today, and I'm going to go over a few things about making a shave soap. So I've been trying to do a bunch of research on it. My dad requested that I make him a shave soap for Christmas, and Christmas is like a few days away. It's like, what, the 23rd? So I made a soap a while back, and it kind of looks like this one. This is my honey oatmeal soap, but it's a little round one, and I had a goat on it. And I made the soap, and I goofed because shaving soap's supposed to be a dual lye soap. So it's supposed to have potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide. One's like makes liquid soap, and one makes, hard bars of soap. Well, I goofed because I had family around, and I made just a hard bar of shaving soap and forgot to put my potassium hydroxide in. So, and a few other things. So this was the book I'm using. I know it's backwards. So it says Simple and Natural Soap Making by Jan Berry. And I think it's page 123. And she had a classic cedarwood coconut milk shave soap. Well, we use goat milk, so my dad wanted a goat milk one. And I kind of tweaked the recipe a little bit because this made a big batch. This was 2 pounds, and I didn't need 2 pounds of shaving soap since I've never made it before. So her recipe, I'm not going to go into detail about it, but it had coconut milk, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, cocoa and butter, coconut oil, castor oil, shea butter, vegetable glycerin, cedarwood essential oils, clove essential oil, vetiver essential oil, and I don't think I had all of those ingredients. So shaving soaps will have a high amount of stearic acid in them, and there's certain oils that have higher amounts of stearic acid in them. And I'm going to go over that real quick. So I made a little quick list of, you can pull this up on Google, but I was trying to rebalance out my recipe. So I needed to know the higher percentages. So like cow butter fat has 12% stearic acid profile. Goat butter fat has 12%. Cocoa butter has 31 to 38% stearic acid profile. Lard has 13 to 14% stearic acid profile. Mango butter is very high. It has 34 to 56% stearic acid. Shea butter is also very high, 35 to 45% stearic acid. Beef tallow, 19 to 25% stearic acid. And what I used that I had on hand, which was a really expensive ingredient, was the Cupuacu Butter, Cupuacu butter, and that had 35% stearic acid. So the recipe I kind of came up with was I used like 45% Cupuacu butter, 20% coconut oil, 15% castor oil, 5% shea butter, and 15% rice bran oil. And that gave me a stearic acid profile of 19, which doesn't come anywhere close to the 70%. So since the Cupuacu butter had a high amount, I did test out the soap, and it foamed up, it lathered, and I put it on, and it felt pretty good. It didn't feel as moisturizing as I thought it would be, but it definitely did lather. But it wasn't technically a shave soap. It was technically a cold process hard bar soap. And I had added honey and sodium lactate and a little bit of kaolin clay. So to rebalance out my recipe, this recipe that I did has 44% lard, 10% mango seed butter, 36% stearic acid, 10% shea butter. And from what I was watching from Kevin Levine's videos, is he did some experiments, and the soap recipes were, this is starting to get melted. really good right now. I'm going to stir it real quick, kind of show you. So this is my rebatch right here of the soaps. I took my shaving soap that I made and I shredded it. I added a little bit of water to this. I've got it on high, and then I added my melted lard, mango, stearic acid, and shea butter in. And I'm trying to get it to be smooth. So I'm just kind of waiting for that. It's almost there, which is why I didn't want to have you guys waiting to see. It's almost fully smooth. So I'm almost at the point where I want to add my KOA and my NAOH. So from his experiments, it was a really good percentage to try to make your recipe. Let me go back to it. You want to make your recipe either 60 or 65% KOH with a 35 or 40% NaOH. My original bar had 100% NaOH and 0 KOH. So to fix that, I didn't want to do all KOH for this because I wasn't sure how it would come out if I did that. So I'm doing, I took my KOH to 70% and my NaOH to 30%. And how I did that was you do your recipe under NaOH and you print it out in Soap Calc, and then you just go back and you click the button for KOH 100% and you print that out, and then the ounces here that it tells you for lye, you want to take that and multiply that by the percentage. So I took my 1.04 ounces of NaOH times 30% and I got 0.312 ounces. And I took my 1.45 ounces of KOH needed and multiplied it by 70% and I got 1.015 ounces of KOH. So that's what I have here. And I was waiting to add all of that. I still have a little bit of goat milk I wanted to add to this with sandalwood didn't seem to hold its scent. I don't think I added enough. So I'm going to add a ½ ounce of that and add a little bit of honey for bubbles. So I think, yeah, so go back to Kevin Levine's experiments on shaving soaps, and that had a lot of really good information. And I hope if you're a soaper that made sense. Or if you're a new soaper, you're going to have to probably watch some more videos on learning about all of that. So I do have some goggles here and some gloves, which I'm going to put on. I've been wanting to do this for my dad, and I feel bad. I'm waiting to the last moment to get this all together. And then I'll have to still kind of go on the curing racks for a little bit. So this is looking, I hope you can see what I got going on here in my PJs. So this is looking pretty smooth now. I'm going to see if I can get this to scrape it off all together. So it's probably been about an hour of me trying to remelt that soap down and with the other oils, stearic acid, until it's kind of smooth. And almost completely If you've done a rebatch, you know how hard it is to get the soap to melt down perfectly smooth. I do have my zip stick here, and I'm going to see if I can zip it a little bit. Oops, I dropped my spoon in there. That's why you want to have gloves on. It is very hot. I'm going to turn this to low because it's probably just need to just shut it off. It's very hot. I don't think I need to have it that high. So here's my KOH and my NAOH. And these are extremely small batches. These were each an 8-ounce recipe. And so I wasn't sure how it was going to come out, but now I'm going to have at least a whole full pound of shaving soap. So it's chunking up a little bit on me. Bring this a little bit closer. Blend it through. Basically hit the applesauce stage. And now it's kind of a pudding. Definitely at the pudding stage. This is looking very smooth, and I'm very happy with that. It's very fluffy, like whipped cream, kind of. I'm just kind of waiting for my mashed potato stage, which I think we're almost at. I did turn the crock back on to low. I want to make sure, I guess there was still, it's very liquidy. I mean, I know I'm reconstituting the other soap, so that might be why. Hello. You know, there's not too many YouTubers out there making shaving soap on video, so I hope my mistake helps somebody. You definitely have to have both hydroxides, the KOH and the NAOH, because you want it to be more, like, my understanding is it'll stay creamier and it will load the shaving brush better when you add that potassium hydroxide. But you want the NAOH to help make it a hard bar. Now I did add some sodium lactate. I've never made this kind of soap before, so I think it's coming along okay. It's still kind of a pudding-esque. I don't think I ever really hit mashed potato. If I did, I buzzed right through it. I still have a little bit of goat milk I want to add to this, but it's really quite liquidy, so this is going to be even more liquidy. And I also need to add my essential oils, so I want to cook this probably a little bit longer. I did want to add a little bit of honey. It was only 8-ounce recipe, so I don't need a ton of honey in this. But you know, honey has some really good properties. It helps with bubbles and all that stuff. It's kind of looking like a fluffy whipped cream. Kinda, sort of. If you're there, comment below, and I will try to get to the comments after the video is done. Kind of hard to type stuff up on the computer when trying to make sure I get this done. And I'm full of soap. So I will definitely answer questions afterwards. Definitely creamier than I thought it would be, but there is quite a lot of butters going on in this one. I sure do hope it sets up overnight. So, okay, so this is my, I don't know if I want to add this. This is my goat milk. Trying to get more liquidy. Woo. I did do a very steep water discount, so I should be okay to add this in. It was a 25% water discount, so it's normally a 38 on soap calc, and I knew I was going to be adding some extra liquid here. It smells really, really good. I definitely can see it trying to like set back up, so I'm not sure how this is going to pour into my molds. It might be super messy. Wow, it is definitely getting hard, so I'm not worried about it setting up. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to that off. going to add in my fragrance oil now. This is actually a pure essential oil. My dad wanted sandalwood, and this is the last of it, so hopefully this is enough to scent it. It's a whole ½ ounce, and I had put some in here earlier in the previous recipe, but it didn't seem to stick in the soap. Oh, that smells really good. Make sure it gets pretty good here. Ooh, Christmas came early.
Mm-hmm. For our clients.
Oh, really? Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, each stock you get one.
Oh, wow, that was really nice. Okay, so I'm going to keep it in here to keep it warm because it looks like it keeps trying to set up. As I get really up close and personal here. I thought I had, all right, so got these molds here that are round, and I'm gonna pour it in. This is gonna be a process, I know it. Okay. I know some people do this in PVC piping. I don't actually have any PVC piping at the house for this, so I was hoping I'd be able to pour this in and it would come out okay. So I'm hoping this is gonna come out okay. It might be a little lumpy, but again, this is a gift from my dad. So I'm sure he will love my lumpy soap. Wow, this is like setting up pretty darn quick here. I'm getting, I thought it'd be more pourable. I don't want to add too much water because then it means it's going to have to set up longer. That's going to be lumpy, lumpy soap. Okay. We're just going to go with it. Put it back on low so it stays warm. Maybe that's what I need to do. Oh my goodness. I think never wants to stay put where you put it on. Oh, I'm not happy with how it's coming out. Oh. I really wanted it smoother. I think I'm just gonna, buggity buggers. I'm really bummed out about that. A little bit of water. See if that helps. just setting up to be this hard soap already, and I'm not happy with that. I wanted it to stay fluid enough to pour it in. Ah, seriously. Well, this is going to take a lot longer to cure than I thought. Alright, we're going to try and go with it. Well, we know it needs soap. Should have did it while it was still smooth enough to... Oh, wreckers, brick wreckers. That's a bummer. Really bummed out about it coming out clumpy like this. Oh, what are you gonna do? Can't all come out smooth. Ooh, that's a bummer. It's just hard in here. Well, you only need it to lather and make amazing bubbles, so I guess if it's lumpy bumpy this one, I can make the next one nice and pretty. Oh. I'm just smushing it in at this point. Not believe it came out like that. Well, I started off with just 4 bars of soap, shaving soap, and I have already 8, 9, 10, plus whatever all this is going to smush into. We're going to have soap for like a really long time. Interesting. Well, it wasn't exactly just a hot process soap. It was a rebatch and a hot process / dual lye soap. So I bet if I had done it the way I wanted to do it from the beginning, I probably would not have had problems getting it in the mold like I am right now. As you can see, it is like rock hard. So, and that's probably due to all the high butter and stearic acid content I have going on in here. I will definitely show you how this lathers because it's like rock hard in here at the bottom, and I'll show you how it lathers up. I'm scraping, I'm scraping. Kind of like a triple milled soap at this point. Scrape it off. Just smush it in. Oh, why do my rebatches always come out like this? They always look ugly. Mm. I think I got as much in here as I can. Just kind of try to press it down, smooth it out a bit. Like that soap everywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna smush this last little bits and put it in here. Oh my goodness, look at it. Mess. Still gonna be a good soap. Know it. That's really interesting. Almost like it's like Play-Doh, kind of, at this point. I'm just kind of trimming off the extra, and I'm literally just smushing it in to make a last bar soap. My last hope. It's my only one, Obi-Wan. My only hope. Okay, we're gonna that's not what I had in mind. I'm trying to press it into the round part because it didn't pour in as smoothly as I wanted to. If that makes any sense at all. They looked so pretty before I started this whole process. They did lather really nice. I just felt like it was still kind of dry and the lather wasn't as poofy as it should have been. So I'm hoping that this fixed it. I'm not a hot process kind of girl. I love cold process in every aspect of how beautiful the soaps come out looking. So I just hate rebatching soaps, and I don't like doing a hot process because my soaps just don't come out looking pretty when I do a process. Now there is a lady, Shellbrook Farms, on YouTube, and she makes the most beautiful hot process, high temperature, low temperature soaps, but she is like very meticulous about how she does it, how she keeps it moist and warm and fluid, and it's amazing to watch her do it. So if you have some time, go check her out. I love her channel, even though I could probably never make a soap look that pretty in hot process. She does amazing work. And I think that's as much as I'm going to get that all pressed out into looking. And these will probably finish setting up overnight, and I won't unmold them till tomorrow. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 soaps out of this batch here, which is quite a bit of soap. gonna go grab my shave brush. Okay. So we have our shave brush. In our little cup, I'm gonna add some water to this and just see how maybe I can show you a little bit better. I did not add very much water. I'm just gonna, wow, that is lathering beautiful, y'all. Look at that. I'm gonna try and soap up and gather up whatever soapy bits I've got in here. Oh, wow, that is so cool. Look at that. So, I know this is not how you would technically load the brush. Show you some of these bubbles. This is definitely probably a little bit more water than I would have liked in here to show you the bubbles. But ta-da! Daddy's gonna have some beautiful, beautiful shaving soap. And whew, my hands are messy. I probably could try soaping up this one really quick right here. This one doesn't have a ton. My brush is slightly damp. Of course, it doesn't want to load. I'm not an expert shaver or loader person, but this does seem to lather up really. This has not even set up at all overnight, so it lathers up pretty quick. It makes, once it's more water evaporated out, it will look amazing. Look at that. Oh, that feels so amazing. That feels really good. And I don't shave my face, but that feels really, really good. I'm gonna go rinse that off really quick because I know I probably shouldn't do that. So, but it was that process. It's fully cooked. It's not stinging. So, ta-da. Ta-da. Oh my gosh, so excited. So I hope you liked that video. Like, hit the notifications bell, hit subscribe, share it. If you learned something of value from this video, I hope that helps you out with your soaping adventures. If you would like to shop for me, I do have an Etsy shop, and it's called Beccas By The Bay. I have lots of great gift items available for the whole family. Kids, dads, moms, girlfriends, boyfriends. I got it all up on there. There is free shipping right now. So I think through the end of December, I have free shipping available on everything as my thank you to y'all. And yeah, I'll be bringing some more videos. I hope you like my craziness today because we're just hanging out at the house, relaxing with the chickens in the yard and hanging out in our PJs and my little mermaid shirt here. I think there's a few more. There's a few more videos I want to be doing. There's always lots of stuff to do. That is so amazing. So yeah, I can't wait to like unmold these tomorrow, and that's exciting. My dad's gonna be really, really excited. It feels a a lot more moisturizing than the first batch that I did. It smells really good. So I'm glad he'll be excited about that. Like, share, follow, subscribe. What else is there? Etsy. We are downsizing different things. We have a lot of great items on our eBay shop, which is called Beccas Bay. And that's probably it. You can follow me on Instagram at Beccas By The Bay and Facebook, Beccas By The Bay. We have lots of homesteady things going on in our urban homestead here. We have chickens and gardens and fruit trees and just beautiful pictures and different meals and things like that. And I'll be bringing you guys some different things that I'm checking out dietarily. I've made some changes and I'm making changes again. So that's something I want to talk about in a different video. But thanks for hanging out with me today. Have a beautiful, blessed weekend. Have a beautiful, blessed Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays from all of us to all of you. Bye. Oh, I'm going to rinse my hands. Oh.